This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Tragic story earlier this week, Lise.
Yeah, friends have identified a man, Rob White, 55 years old, who attempted to rescue a stranger's dog who fell through the ice in the North Saskatchewan River on Tuesday. And he was walking his own dog. This was by Laurier Park. And he tied his dog up, went in onto the ice to save this dog and saved the dog's life. But unfortunately, Rob White did not make it. Mm-hmm. Heartbreaking story.
A lot of people really shaken about this. Jesse, you're close friends with him?
Close personal friend of mine helped somebody else out, and 10 out of 10 times you would have done that.
Yeah, I'm just reading up on Rob, and just his whole brand was kindness and putting others first.
Very much. I just want to let you guys know, there's a lot. He was well known by a lot of people. He left a very good impact in the city and with a lot of people in their lives.
Well, thanks for taking the time to reach out.
We just wanted to let you know, if you're a dog owner, if you're going for walks a lot, you got to stay off the ice. They've seen an increase in calls, especially with ice rescuing. So there is a GoFundMe for Rob White's family. He leaves behind his wife and 2 sons.
You donated to that yesterday?
I did, yes.
I would imagine it's well supported because of how many dog lovers and because he was a community guy and so many people are appreciative of his sacrifice. So a good reminder to stay off the ice, to keep your dogs off the ice, and just take a minute to remember a good community man, Rob White.
Mm-hmm. All right, how can a city find water for 10 million people if it exists in the desert? Well, in Lima, Peru, they're going to test out these towers that will collect fog water, and then that can be a water supply.
Amazing.
So fascinating. So there is a Chilean designer named Alberto Fernandez. He's currently studying for a PhD from the University College London, and he wants to put this technology in this city, which is right near the Pacific Ocean. See if the moisture can capture it and then be able to supply more water to people in the city.
Amazing. I hope it works, and I hope it doesn't mess with the actual, climate there. You know what? When you start pulling moisture from one place,
it's just vapor.
Yeah, I know, but which likely would result in clouds that could result in rain. You know what I mean? I hope it works.
Well, the water will mostly be used for agriculture, so we're hoping that it doesn't mess with it too much.
Tell me something good.
Don't make me doubt my story.
No, your story's great. But it's good that they're testing it first.
Yeah.
My story is about Shaquille O'Neal, who was going and picking out some new earrings at a jewelry store.
Okay, I saw this video, and the guy that was working that day, he knew he was getting filmed, and he was trying to be so cool. He's like, Shaq, I didn't think you were coming in today. He's acting like he's buddies with him, because Shaq must go to this jewelry store all the time, right?
Okay, now you're hijacking my story?
Yeah, well, away she goes.
Okay, so he's in the jewelry store, and there's a young man who is setting up his payments for the engagement ring he got for his girlfriend.
He had a sweet mullet,
and he's like, how much is it going to be every month? And no problem, okay. And Shaq's just like, here, I'll get it.
Just hands him his credit card.
Slapped the credit card and picked up this wedding ring. And he said the guy didn't even want him to do it. And he's like, I do this all the time. He had a story about a furniture store where he did the same thing. He's like, I didn't even want this to get out. I'm just into making people happy.
Okay, so something we've learned is if you see Shaq,
just buy something immediately really
say
expensive.
Really loud in front of him. Oh, I really want to buy this new car.
How much are the payments on this?
Tell me something good.
It is time for Unsung Heroes, where we give shout outs to people, places, and things that don't always get the attention that they deserve.
Shout out to that awkward moment at a checkout when you're asked if you want to donate to their cause right now. And then you have to say, sorry, I actually can't today, even though all you're purchasing are 2 caramel bars and ice cream sandwiches. Things that aren't necessary.
Only here to pick up the necessities. Thing. Shout out to being able to say you're not working out now because of the restrictions. What about when it was open?
Yeah, what was your excuse then? Shout out to people who get perfect salad stabs every time they go for a bite. You know that's a talent, right?
Shout out to the sunrise, which was gorgeous when I wrote this 10 minutes ago. Now, meh.
Shout out to Heinz having a ketchup package shortage. Maybe if we all collectively gave back our piles that are in our car's middle console, fridge butter compartment, and bottom of our purses, they'd be all good again.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Shout out to that moment when things get back to normal after this long, hard, and lazy year, and you and your family can finally get together for the worst family photo that's been taken since the invention of photography.
Shout out to anyone that has a pre-coffee coffee. Like the coffee before your real coffee. I see you.
And then a dessert coffee out.
Ooh, of course.
And finally, shout out to people who are bad at spelling for having really difficult passwords to guess. Probably.
What?
Shout out to people who are really bad at listening.
On Play 107.
What's something you've learned the hard way from your past that you can now help people avoid?
Jessica texted in saying that your finger won't stop the blender from moving. You have to turn it off.
Okay, good. Thank you. Appreciate that. You said Jessica?
Yep.
I have one that I'd like to contribute.
Please.
If you think you're going to get stuck in a kid's playground somewhere, believe it. Don't risk it.
Unless, what if you packed margarine? You might be able to
squeeze through.
Slide right out.
Yeah.
What happened? What slide are we talking? The one with the roof?
This was at one of those kids' indoor playgrounds. It was years ago.
Oh.
But I tell anybody when they're going to a playground now, I was like, don't try to fit. I had to have a 16-year-old employee come and help push me through.
I don't understand how parents can play in parks.
Yeah.
I'm 31. I have no kids. And I'm like, oh, maybe one day I'll have children. But I can't. I physically can't. My knees, my
climb
back.
through those tubes?
Yes.
Oh, they hurt.
How?
They hurt everywhere.
And I try and picture myself holding a toddler, and I'm like, absolutely not. I can't even hold a purse. I'm trying to think of something that I've learned the hard way. Okay, I got one.
Okay, let's go.
I have a tattoo on my inner bicep, and I got it in Thailand, which was a really cool experience, but I got it done with bamboo. Mm-hmm. So instead of a needle, they pretty much are hammering something into your arm. Worst spot to get it done, not only because it's painful, but the ink bleeds out in that area. So now whenever people see this tattoo that I have on my arm, they ask me how it got so bruised. It's permanently a blue bruise. It's awful. It's a terrible tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kate, don't agree.
I mean, no, I like that one.
Using your friends and your spouse and your family for your problems and get into therapy.
Okay, I like that. A therapist is paid to be non-biased and have a strong opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
And quite often that's what people need.
Well, and it's good to have friends and family to lean on for sure, to listen, but don't expect the best advice if they don't understand or don't know how to properly tell you what to do. Kate texted in saying, hi, babes. Kind of a general thing I've learned over the years, but doubt means don't. Trust your gut.
That's a good line. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Sickle Dicky on
who?
TikTok. An account on TikTok that I follow that I really like weighed in on this with a really important message.
Okay.
Probably boxed wine. Don't do it. You think you're going to save money, you have wine for a few days, but you buy one of those, next thing you know, you're waking up in your neighbor's yard, you're face down, buck naked, and everybody hates you.
Chocolate gives me pimples.
Oh, that's what's going on over there?
It always happens after a chocolate holiday. I get a huge pimple. Stop staring at it. It's like hey, I'm sticking around, I'm moving in for the month. One of those guys. Mm-hmm. Stop staring at it.
Look at that thing. It is time for the Nostalgia Off, where we both come up with lists of things that will bring you back.
I just want everyone to know you can't see me right now, but I am wearing my Adidas tracksuit in honor of the Nostalgia Off. So I feel like that should give me some bonus points.
No.
Yes.
No bonus points. So here's the wager. Loser has to play Knock Knock Runaway on a random house. The winner will film it from a safe distance.
We all played that when we were kids,
Big
right?
time. Yeah. So that'll go down tonight, maybe on Facebook Live even.
I really hope that I don't lose today because I have a bad knee. I can't run.
So yours would be like Knock Knock Hobble Away.
knock, knock, get arrested. Did you know that it's actually illegal to knock on someone's door and run away?
No.
Yeah. Maybe not here, but somewhere in the world it is. All right, let's do this.
All right, so whose list brings you back more?
Yep.
That hits you in the feels more?
You have to vote. Text in, comment.
Here's my first. Feeling like a legend while unwrapping a fruit by the foot in front of all your classmates at lunch.
Pretty good, but not as good as when your parents would ask you to clean your room, so you'd shove all your clothes under your bed and in your closet. Done.
You and your crew getting dropped off at the movie theater. No parental supervision for 2 hours. The biggest pop available. Total freedom.
Some Sour Patch Kids. When everyone was wearing 7 brand jeans, so you went to get yourself a pair, and then you realized they're $200? I'm not buying these.
Dropping ASL on someone when you were ready to get serious with them in a chat room.
When you'd sleep over at a friend's house, but you'd wake up way earlier than them and the rest of the family, so you would just lay there staring at their ceiling. I hated that. Using
anything and everything around you to create a jump that would help you catch at least 3 inches of air on your BMX.
When you'd eat So Delicious, but you wouldn't just pop the whole thing in your mouth, you would bite off the cap and then pretend to drink it and then finish it.
And my last one is firing up the OG PlayStation and hearing this.
How many did you do?
That was my 5th.
Okay, I have one more.
Okay.
Having a blow
Wait, it's not done. Best part. Okay, now you can go.
Really? I thought it was quite lengthy. I'm like, get to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 already. All right, having a blow-up couch in your room and thinking you were like going to read your books on it, but really it was super uncomfortable and you were scared to pop it.
Just looking at the votes, and I'm in a pretty good lead for the nostalgia off, so thank you for that. We are going to calculate some Facebook votes as soon as we post the video of the nostalgia off as well, just to confirm. But it's looking like Lisa's going to have to play Knock Knock Runaway later.
Okay.
Look at how cranky you beat me almost every week in this, little powder.
Play 107.
Well, this is awesome. We have a special guest, Scarlet, the founder of No Woman Without. And you guys had a massive victory yesterday. You're going to tell us about that. But first, just break down what No Woman Without is.
So our goal and our promise to the community is that we are fighting to end period poverty, and how we do that is we gather products and we hand those products out to local organizations that get those into the hands of the people who need them. But the other side of that is that we focus on advocating to end period poverty to our governments. And so currently we actually have a letter writing campaign. So we're asking people, if you get your period, keep that as a reminder to write your letters to your city councilors, your MPs, and your MLAs, and saying we want to see an end to period poverty in our communities.
And so what's the big news here in Edmonton?
So yesterday we got the call from a city councilor here in Edmonton letting us know that the city had made the decision to provide menstrual products in all women's and gender-inclusive washrooms throughout all city-owned facilities. And this is it's a massive win for ending period poverty. And we're overwhelmed and shocked and thrilled to be part of this cause.
So when does this come into effect, Scarlet?
They're having it all installed and prepared, and no later than the date, June 16th, 2021. So well done, City of Edmonton. When you make a decision, it's not taking 6 months to get there. It's not taking a year to get there. They're saying this is important right now. This is a priority.
It's so refreshing to see somebody so dedicated to implementing positives instead of just worrying about what's wrong with the world, to go and fix things and make things better. And this is just an incredible movement. You should be wildly proud of yourself, and big ups and congratulations.
Yep, to you and the team. Send them our love.
Thank you so much. I will absolutely do that. And if I could just say, if you want to affect change, you just have to get really, really loud about it. Anybody can make this. I am just a regular person who decided to take this cause on, and my team did that as well. And so, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. Keep going.
What are you doing with your weekend?
Well, I'm going broke is what I'm doing. I knew how to get my daughter into golfing.
Bribes.
Yes. And now she loves it. So it worked. But I said, if you hit 100 yards with your driver, I'll give you $100. The first time you hit it, you get $100. And then I said, like, and you can buy your own golf stuff with it. Maybe like get a new driver or golf balls, colored ones, clothes, a new golf apparel. But you get $100. Snacks. That's
beef jerky.
A large portion will go to snacks at the golf course. Anyway,
she can get one bag of beef jerky with $100.
Yeah, she's like 90 to 95 yards, and we've only been out once this year. So like she's grown a bit since last year, and obviously that's helping. Like her development for her distance on her shot.
So in your mind, you're like, oh, there's no way she'll get to 100.
Well, I thought I'd have a year and a half or 2 years, but it's it's going to happen real quick here. So now I'm like, do you want to try tennis?
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.